everyone, it's Amy Parvane from Select Advisors Institute. On today's video, I wanted to share my top 3 favorite strategies you could utilize right away in order to significantly expedite the growth trajectory of your business. And that could be whether you're a wealth manager, an accountant, or an attorney, or anyone else for that matter who's looking to get in front of their target as well as to grow their practice. By the way, a lot of those strategies are in our sales coaching manual, which has email templates, worksheets, processes, and exercises, as well as tools you and your team could all follow on your own. You don't even need a coach in order to help you figure out your exact messaging, your process, and the tools you could use for your practice in order to significantly expedite the trajectory of growth for it. Step 1. The first step is to significantly narrow the type of people you're going after. A lot of times I talk to financial advisors and I say, who are you trying to attract? And they say, well, that's easy, Amy. Anyone who's wealthy or anyone who is going through retirement or about to sell a business. And that sounds great and all, but with billions of people in this world, it's a very, very wide range of people. And guess what happens? What happens is that your messaging becomes extremely diluted. And the person reading it could tell that you're just blanket writing to all things to all people. And you just don't sound educated on who you're trying to target. Make sure you're speaking directly to the type of people you're trying to go after. And I've heard from advisors that that is a very liberating experience for them because it shows them exactly who to be attracting and to talk the talk of who your target market is. And by the way, again, we have a lot of those checklists and best practices in our manual, so you could narrow down on your own who you're really trying to attract. Step 2. The second step that I like to follow in order to grow any practice is, first and foremost, you have to get some PR, some public relations. It's very difficult for anyone to hire us and say, we want to grow, but no one's ever heard of us. It's very difficult, guys. You have to get right away featured in publications, newspapers, magazines, local or national. Now, what if you have been featured already in Barron's, Forbes, you're top ranking, but you're still not growing? Part of that is because you're not leveraging that story. You blast it out on the first day, and then great, everyone's congratulations and everything's happy. But then when you look at the analytics around how many people have viewed that publication, it's very low. And the reason why is because you're not promoting it the right way. There are multiple steps you could follow in order to get more eyes on the fact that you have just been ranked in Barron's or in Forbes or in a national or local newspaper. And it should be continuous. It should not just end in one day. And step 3, as someone who has been a financial advisor and wealth manager myself and has gone after ultra high net worth individuals and is extremely entrepreneurial myself, I follow the strategy that I call the law of 100. And the law of 100 states that if you have your target market and you are reaching out to them on different platforms, LinkedIn, email, and phone, and you have the perfectly written email campaign that, by the way, again, we have in our book, and you try it with 100 people, and you still don't get a reply, then that campaign is flawed, your messaging is flawed, or something is wrong. But usually within that 100 people, someone is bound to reply. The reason why you're probably not getting replies is because you're not going to 100. You're probably stopping at 5 or 20. I want to make sure, first, you have your target market ready, you have at least two different platforms you're going after, and you have the right content that you're sending them, and then watch what happens as far as the replies and the response rate goes. And again, all of my messaging, ways of writing the perfect email, perfect messaging, perfect value proposition are in our sales coaching manual, which you could grab on our website, or join us for a session of coffee with Amy, or hire us for personalized sales coaching. But we have the tools and we want to help you, but you have to put yourself out there and you have to follow these 3 strategies as a starting point in order to grow your practice. So with that, reach out to us and we'll be able to help. Thank you.